This only took forever. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, Hajime Hashinshi, it's working, kinda. Okay. Whew, I just gotta... Should be able to clear out the rest of the summer map today. We'll see. And then... It's got a good amount of... Okay. Good amount of resin used for Sucrose books, actually. Hello! Also handsome. Potentially. How are you doing? Having a pleasant day, and it's birthday for the best character in the game. That's nice. How have you been? Close up shop and mannequin. Unpleasant. Well, let's get this started. Do a bit of this. How have you been? How are your game exploits going? One way or another. Hello. Oh, okay. The horse's name was Wednesday? Let me just check and... Oh, nice. We got resin there. Again, I think I'm probably gonna get a third... Well, another copy of the new Battle Pass polearm, the EM one. Though the question is, again, whether I'd be putting it on Neff or Flins, but it does mean they'd be able to divide it in a deathmatch between themselves, which is nice. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Big damage. Feels a little mess right now, actually. Not sure. Does someone have the wrong weapon? No, I'm not sure what was going on. Let me just make sure. Everyone's normally kitted out. I'm... Okay, whatever. Let me see... Yeah, I should run. The dream is... I did not hear about that, but I saw there was the mention of some demo footage about Zygarde showing up, and in particular the cutscene not being very good, and people saying that it was truly faithful to the original games because the cutscene was bad. And I will hold my tongue. Yeah, that's how I heard people describing it too. Oh right, we still have the Shing. Okay. It is interesting because it never really... Kind of forgot that the Xingqiao swords pop up even if you're not... Don't have an enemy nearby, because almost every equivalent I've had has been something like Furina, where it just automatically procs on an enemy nearby and won't proc at all otherwise. Yeah, if you jump on the dog, then you can ride it. It is pretty big. The main question is, of course, whether there are actually going to be any new Pokemon in ZA. For what it's worth, it's almost certainly going to be the first time we'll be able to actually obtain Eternal Flower Floette. But besides that... You know, because Z is Zygarde, and the A in Z to A, well, for one, it's probably a reference to, you know, AZ, but... and also just going from rank Z at the bottom to rank A in the battle rankings in the game's sort of quasi-tournament bracket. Well, yeah. The point is that it's a reference to at least two things, and the Z is Zygarde, which means almost certainly, I would imagine, there's going to be some kind of A legendary. Yeah, what if it's just I was going to say, what if it's just Arceus again? That would be funny. But in reality, there were new Pokemon in Legends Arceus, which was good. A Pokemon game without new Pokemon, or at least new Pokemon forms, and I would not count Eternal Flower Floette being finally playable after having showed up a long time ago as being something new, would be... It would feel incomplete. You know, because... Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you could argue that Meltan and Melmetal, because it was their first mainline, the first mainline game they were in, would count. Potentially. Yeah. I think The fact that Eternal Flower shows up and is probably going to be playable makes me think that AZ is probably going to die. What are your thoughts? And it would... The way I can see that going is probably... essentially... Well, because how else would the Eternal Flower Follett ever have a reason to leave him? Okay. And now that we've gotten to Friendship 6 with Enefa, we actually get a special gift early. This is the Mysterious Bolt. A bolt with strange symbols carved into it that appear to represent a certain faction. And this is actually the emblem of the Crumbcake Workshop that I know is from. Some people think this is going to be used to change Brigida's appearance, as it's mentioned here in Nod-Krai. What's interesting is that it's mentioned as a consumable, but you can't use it. Not yet. It's interesting. Well, it could be, but given Follett's loyalty and how much ado there was in X and Y about Follett finally coming back, I think it would make most sense for it to only leave AZ if AZ died. And the way that would work, you know, because it's not he's not invincible, he's just immortal, infinite lifespan, not impervious to physical damage. Or it might be, the way I can see it, and I think it would be interesting, and I think it could be cool, would be for... Wait, did I get more of those from something? Wait, where's... Oh, the water's so far away. Let me go get it. Let me check something. Sucrose. Yeah, there we are. Oh, but pff, that's right. I need more of the stupid Whopper Flower Nectars. Ugh. Yeah, but the point is that Lysandre sucks and nobody cares about him, so it wasn't tragic in any kind of way. I think what they could do, and I think it would be good too, is, you know, the obviously evil woman ends up trying to set up... Oh, okay, well, that's entirely off screen. It is sad, though. Would be something along the lines of the obviously evil corporate woman somehow setting off the ultimate weapon for who knows what reason, and the only way that they're able to... Let me see. Well, you know, this team won't... We'll see if this team works at all here. But... Oops, no pyro. Ultimate weapon, and the only way it can be stopped would be something along the lines of... Oh, goodness. Easy. There's a lot of reactions on these. Okay. Yeah, but we're not gonna be able to get... Oh, any Lunar Charge yet. I was gonna have to wait for the Abyss Mage Shield. I guess we'll just have Enefa in there taking up space and doing nothing. That's a shame. Potentially. Yeah. A Jirachi. Not as in a new name. The A is short for just, you know, one of them. You get A Jirachi. Okay. And... Okay, whatever. This is so stupid. But, yeah. As I was saying, the only thing I can really think would be the ultimate weapon comes back up, and the way to stop it is for... Well, it's already dead. Oops. For AZ to use his infinite life force to power up Follett to get some kind of infinite power Light of Ruin to just counteract it, and... Wow, I was even in the wrong domain. I'm very stupid today. But, okay, let's hit a Hilitril to just get some particles back. Let me see. It always feels so strange to just be back in Mondstadt for any reason. It's gonna be funny if and when they add Dormanport, just to see if there's any kind of gimmick whatsoever there, you know? Okay, whatever. Got that back. So, let's go in and we can just have Arla do stuff. That'll be okay. Who else? Yeah, we need freedom books. What kinda? In this miserable domain. It's teamwork. Just something where we could fit enough in. This is not crucial. Let me see, and Arla never drops her pole arm. Guess we get a Mavica in there. Won't hurt. And then, yeah, I don't know. There's nobody else I really need. You can be in there for moral support or something. Bennett would not work well if we're moving. Okay, cool. And I guess you can put your thing down. That's fine. Okay, cool. Well, I should have done that earlier. Oh, whatever. Come on. Having a shield's nice too. And good damage. 2, 3. Good stuff. It's been a bit of a time since I've really had a reason to use Arla. Cool. And shield back up. Get it back down, and sure took you time to get the mark. And that is the one thing about Arla's cons, is that they make the marks instantly swell up to 2nd level, which does mean you don't have to do the same kind of waiting, which is nice, I guess. Okay. Never mind. And actually, this way is to hit them with that spin to get multiple at once. 2, 3. Crazy damage. Really do enjoy her gameplay and general power. Okay, and shield back up. Put that down, and that's okay. It is a shame that Mavica came out so quickly after Arla and just totally snatched her wig. Because even though Arla has more flexibility in team comp and rotation, the difference in damage is just way too much to really work. It's a shame. Okay. Take you out. It works fine enough. Corind is not doing anything at all, but the main thing is that Mavic is able to hit him. We can apply the mark, keep the shield up. Enough is only here because she needs to gain friendship. And that's literally it. There's nothing else to it. And then Corind's there just so there's a 2nd Electro, even though Electro Resonance doesn't even matter because I'm not using any purse. It wasn't anything I put more than a moment's thought into. But, yeah. The other interesting thing is still that we don't have any Pyrograna. Closest, I suppose, would be the Aphids. Okay, let's go back here. So we did the entirety of Tecuhtli, the entirety of Tete Isle, which means that it's just this place left. That other little island over there. Switch them back in, put them back in. See what's all going on here. It is still so funny how far away it is. For no real reason. Okay. Also this strange marking over here that... I get the impression there's gonna be something here. Question is what? Let's mark that, but I'm almost out of markers. That didn't do anything. I wonder if I were to bring an Asha over and try painting that. Something about 4 Ashas. Very curious. This is where Bennett first showed up in the quest line, and she still got her fast sprint, which is nice. Don't need to pick up too much. The best way to get up top is gonna be ascending, even though it's a lot less efficient than it would be with someone like Tecuhtli or Oregon. don't see any paint around here. Nothing up top in the tree. Starting area really was just Bennett's little house, wasn't it? There's an Asha over here, and it's not one we can indwell. So I wonder what, if anything, is going to happen with that rock up at the start. Probably nothing. And again, that placeholder terrain over there is going to be Nod-Krai. We're on the same level of Ushkanala, and then up here. Same level of Fontaines, of course. This all Sneznaya, I presume. Real question is, again, where Dornman is going to be, what they're going to do with the Liyue Mondstadt skin tag. And in the beta, there was supposed to be a black castle north of Mondstadt. The real question is what that is going to be, if anything. Ushkanatlan was very enjoyable as a sort of citadel-type area. Though again, and there's also going to be a massive Feud fortress, which is very exciting too when Nod-Krai comes out. Okay, let's see if there's anything over there. Oh look, it's full. Time to feed the Yai Golden Troop. Didn't put too much thought into the stats, but that's okay. Then again, of course, the question is going to be what I do with the Thunder Soother set, which is probably just trash it. Aloy's terrible. She is probably the worst character in the game. Because she was only put in as an advertising deal for Sony. She does nothing. That's the problem. Because Sony probably would not have allowed people who made their accounts on PlayStation Network to do crossplay and transfer them out otherwise, because Sony used to be a lot more market dominant than they are now, and therefore a lot more possessive, and I guess this is nothing, or at least nothing right now. It's probably related to some exploration objective, and oh, there's that Oculus over there. Should check that out. Oh, and there's no notation there. It's just on the water. Okay. But she can do some melted burst damage, quote-unquote, with her burst. She can also get a sort of cryo-Yoime infusion, but it's very unreliable because when you use her skill, the enemies have to trigger a certain number of the little bombs she tosses out, and there's a time limit between them, which means that if they hit them all at once, because they're big, or if you use some kind of animo vortex to suck them all up onto the enemy, she won't get the infusion. It's not good. It's not especially strong, and again, it's deliberately very clunky. She doesn't even have any constellations. Yeah, it's just... There aren't even effects in the game. She was put in there half-assedly because otherwise they would not allow Sony-made accounts off the platform and they would be stuck there together, which would have been really bad, especially since the game's going to be taken off PS4 shortly because PS4 won't be able to run it shortly. It's amusing. Okay, there was nothing here, just a couple of Asha, but there's a Pyroculus and you loaded in very visibly. Unpleasant. And, frankly, the catch is a bit of a trap. And, oh, what is this? Hello? Some crabs and lizards. This is pick up. That's a Ronti's hat. It is said to be a sturdy safety helmet strong enough to withstand arrows and firearms. But the main thing is that she's deliberately very clunky and bad. They put her in the game as a sort of malicious compliance type of thing. She's even worse than Hydra Traveler, which is saying a lot. But one way or another, she's never gonna get addressed one way or another. The really crazy thing is that for a while, she was outright not usable as a support character in Imaginarium Theater, because, I imagine, because of the rights situation regarding Aloy even being allowed in the game. It's just... Because I imagine there was something contractual about people who didn't get Aloy during the 2 patches she could be received in, even being able to play with her at all. And of course, if you put her as a support character in Imaginarium Theater, that means that even if you don't have her yourself, you can use her in theater, which, you know, why would you do that? She's terrible. But, presumably due to contract stuff, she, for the first couple of patches theater was out, was not even able to be put on a support setup for other players to use. You know, not that you would want to do so in the first place, because she's terrible, but I want yellow, welcoming gifts, customize the colors, and they are not aiming correctly. Hopokani. Can we talk to you? Let's see. Probably need to customize the plushes. Easy breezy not one, easy breezy summer, welcome to Tecuhtli. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort. Please follow on the beach that way to check in. Tecuhtli, that's the name of this island we're on. In the local language, it translates to Cavern of Stone and Prickly Pears. Yeah, prickly pears don't grow here anymore, Nod-Krai and Nanas both. Maybe it's because the nutrients in the soil aren't what they used to be. No more ash, because the ash does make things fertile. Easy Breeze Holiday Resort. Didn't you come here after receiving an invitation from the resort? Okay, let me give you a brief overview. Easy Breeze Holiday Resort is a large summer resort located on the coast and divided into several different regions. It was decided to build the resort here in Tecuhtli in the far west of Napa. Now, all you need to do is walk that way along the beach to get to the reception. Make sure to pick up your commemorative album from the resort. After that, you're free to enjoy your holiday. Better than being imprisoned. See you. Don't forget to pick up your album from the reception. Well, I've already got one. So let's... What color does this kid want? You said yellow. Didn't you? Yeah, you got yours. And... what color do you... Did you want red? I don't know. Let me see. Just guess that because of the Icahua. So if we keep coloring them, will they go to people? Maybe. Take enough. Just gotta paint them to make them fly, I suppose. And this should make the chest come. Yeah, everyone received a gift. That's cute. Remember to give Dreamboat Drift a try, everyone. And we can just remove their color. Okay. So we gave her a yellow one, but I don't know if that actually made any kind of difference here. So let's keep going around. I wonder where that helmet guy is actually going to be. Again, the fact that the Asha don't really have good aerial movement's a little funky. Background's a little bland, especially the balloons. Let's go primary colors. Red, blue, go for a yellow. Wait, the disappeared dolls challenge unlock. Oh, they tell you where to get them from. So I suppose it would have pointed us to the quest, or to Bennett's portion of the main line. There we go, and we got a more rock. Well, that's much better. Little objectives here. Not big, but... okay. Let's see where the rest of everything is. Not a colorable balloon. Main thing is, of course, there's gonna be a guy with a helmet that we found and picked up who's gonna need to get that helmet back. The question is what we'll get out of it, and... right, gotta get that Oculus up there and not forget about it. And just grappling up gave it to us. Okay. Again, it's funny how Yunkasaurs cannot actually grapple on the Asha grapple points. It's silly. Or the ocean, it's summer after all, and let's go for blue on the marker. Wait, on you? Okay, we just sprayed him. Oh, no, it does color the surfboard. What a wonderful summer, if you say so. Seem to do nothing at all. Ah, there's the bit of color. Spray the rest of these, and nothing happens. Again, it's interesting, and I wonder how much of this is some kind of deliberate Splatoon tribute, and or whether we're going to get any kind of follow-up that uses these paint mechanics again. Again, just the fact that the Asha can casually walk on water Furina style. You know, they didn't give them the Kaholasaur swimming mechanics, they just said, just walk on water. Don't worry about it. So, crabs. Come on. And that guy fishing over there, anything we can do to you, or... Ronti. Oh, that's him! The guy who lost his helmet. Hello. Finish your little objective. Oh, hey, are you here to fish too? Well, if you know fishing, you'll understand the need for a sturdy hat. In case a big heavy object gets fished up and falls on your head, why do you need a hat? And it was just over here. Found it. Why? Because a sturdy hat will keep you safe, but you're not wearing a hat. That's why I'm talking to you. You see, the wind blew my hat away. If you don't mind, could you help me find it? Why didn't you look for yourself? We already found it. Can't we just give it to him? If I go looking for my sturdy hat, I'll have to put down my fishing rod. If I keep holding my rod, I can't go looking for my hat. Please, I'm begging you to help. And, alright, I'll help you look. Sorry, I have to go. And we declined, it seems. And we have to start that whole thing again. We can only give it to him if we... I'm wearing a hat, and... unpleasant. Again, I think it's probably a bandwidth thing, in part because... Again, you know, it's work from home. Now it's 8 hours when it was previously 30 during the rest of the summer. And I think it's probably periodized per week so that the Wi-Fi, you know, the bandwidth limits get reset every week on a Monday. Or it might be a matter of, I don't know, just also probably just people using it more these days on Sunday. But it's silly. Very silly. I might, yeah, I think I'll do things for under 30 more minutes to make sure that, you know, I make the use of time before it drops again, and then probably just take a rain check for the day. Give this guy his hat. Okay. Alright, I'll help you look. Ronti. Oh, but I have to not be an Asha if I want to give him his hat. Right. Hey there, if you fill my hat, this one, and it's Ronti's hat. Sturdy safety helmet, strong enough to withstand arrows and firearms. There you go. And it's not its guy, and Children of Echoes, even though he's people of the Springs. Well, makes sense, because there aren't miners in the people of the Springs. That's it, thank you so much. I've got my sturdy hat again. I feel so much more at ease. Special helmet I had someone make for me, can even block shots from a musket. You're overthinking things, it's just fishing. Might sound crazy, but some time ago, there was a guy fishing right around where someone shot out his eye. Oh, that's Icahua and Tecuhtli, the guy with the gun, the eyepatch guy and bald guy from before. Might have been a musket, might have been a bow. Fishing's a dangerous sport, you see. I heard tell the whole affair was some sort of power struggle in the Nod-Krai underworld. Who knows the truth? The fact that it happened all means we should be careful. Ah, yep, exactly, because they're Nod-Krai people, and we got a chest from that. Wasn't. So worried about those ruffians? Don't be. If you do run into them, just tell them my name, and they'll leave you alone. But don't go asking me why now. The two of us were destined to meet. You even helped me get my hat back. Just think of it as a token of my gratitude. So he is presumably swept up in that garbage as well. Okay, well... Sign from heaven that I need to just go to sleep today or something. I don't know. One thing I do want to do is mark out the locations of all the playable characters who showed up on the map, just see if anything changes when they're gone. Yeah, because after the event concludes today, I believe they're going to all disappear. Funny how that goes. Good amount of... This time, one person in my friendship got flat. Last time it was just me. Yeah, but aside from the mini-games going away, there shouldn't really be any major changes. Well, let's just mark everyone using the meat. And it was... Kinich is over this way. Just clear that out. I get rid of some of my map markers, honestly. Maybe. Depending on where things get added and when. Because again, I like to mark the edges of the map border just to, well, actually, this was added. So, just strike this. Yeah, because I never took these out, even though I actually did go and clear out the area between. Well, whatever. Okay. So again, Nod-Krai up north. I want to see where the border of that is so I can find everything that's there when it gets added. Milani is over this way. Kinich is over here by the Asha obstacle course that Bennett do. Yeah, it's just not good today. It's funny how that is. Not pleasant. Okay. Yeah, we're over here. One is over this way, if I recall correctly. Let's mark them real quick. General vicinity of you, I believe. Yeah, right over here. Taking that photo too. Right. Milani. Go through those trees again. It's everyone except Tecuhtli here. Arigato. I choose it. Okay. Real shame, but yeah. Milani, Kinich, Kachina, Shulanen, Orun and Aoife, Chaska over here, Malvika and Venti, no Tecuhtli, and then Farsa, Yansan, then Aoife again over here. Joined at the hip, and yeah, that was about it. Funny if Anafa got added here if you'd done her quest, because she is technically not one, I suppose, but oh well, that's fine. I think I will simply, yeah, have to call it a day, unfortunately, just because the Wi-Fi is not good enough to sustain this. Again, it shortly, I don't know if that'll be as much of an issue one way or another, but that's life. Yeah, I'll put some furniture through to craft for next time or something. But I'm exhausted, and also clearly the Wi-Fi is going to cut out every 30 minutes again. So we are not exactly in a position to do that. It's a shame. Yeah. Hate my stupid Chungus life. Among other things, I gotta just... When I live on my own, I'll just be able to plug the PC directly into the router, hopefully, and that will significantly simplify things, but for now it's hell. At least we were able to see the funny Anefa screw. Whatever. Stork. Skunk. And okay. You. Collect that. And we get everything this week. Yeah, we did. Okay. Everything that matters. Let's pull that through, and anything we haven't made. A couple things. Yeah, I'm just gonna make some furniture and dip, because the Wi-Fi is literally just 1 bar, and it's gonna start dropping every 30 minutes again. Easy Breezy Wilderness, a semi-open shop outfit with a custom canopy and unique water feature found within the Easy Breeze market. Its most notable innovation is the outer wall, painted with unique phlogiston pigment developed by an Asha designer. Pigment enhances the aroma of the cafe's brew with a subtle essence reminiscent of the Zatok Prairie. Thanks to its success, many other shops at Easy Breeze Market have followed suit, embracing this artistic touch. What I'll say is that next Sunday I'll probably just play Donkey Kong or something, because I think part of it is also just that this game also itself requires an always online connection, and that probably worsens things at least a little bit. A sigh? A sigh? Okay. Easy Breeze Guest House. Standard 2-story cottage and Easy Breeze Holiday Resort featuring a cat-eared rooftop that expands interior space while shielding from wind and rain. Ingenious dual function compared to other resort structures. It occupies a smaller space, has lower construction costs, and boasts an endearing appearance, making it ideal both as private housing or as a guest lodge. Reimagined colors, a striking structure of timber and stone echoing the design of Chromaflare Studio. Gift from Zoltan and Zolan. The piece serves as a monument of reconciliation and renewal. Like his former bold color choices, Zoltan has this time selected a blue theme that harmonizes with the market surroundings. This is perhaps a gesture to mark the moment when Zolan helped him recognize his error and begin anew, grounded and sincere. Fighting Chords, a guitar-shaped shop crafted from solid white chestnut oak wood, identical in style to the emblem of the street-fighting Fontanian. Music shop, its vivid colors and dynamic lines evoke the spirit of a rock performance. It's an Elton John reference. It is said that practicing with the guitar beneath the sun before a show bestows a blessing from the melody of the fighter. Rock-solid rhythm, powerful bass, infectious groove, electrifying solos and choruses that audiences chant long after the show ends. Deck chair healthy glow. We need to make more of the chestnut oak wood. Interesting. Deck chair healthy glow. A common sight along Sundrun shores. This lounger with its vibrant red and white stripes is the perfect companion for many a vacationer seeking rest. When the moment is just right, sun-kissed enthusiasts recline comfortably upon loungers such as this, bracing the full warmth of the midday sun until a healthy flush touches their skin. For they believe sunlight bestows vitality and strength, that one must always remember to turn regularly lest they be left with a patchwork of uneven tan. Okay, let's... not all that much. Let's make some more of that just to get it through. White chestnut oak. This is the one thing we can use the magic crystal ore for without having to use any resin. Parasol sand in the sea breeze. It doesn't require fabric, just wood. That is perverse. A classic parasol found frequently upon sandy coasts, renowned for its excellent sun-shielding properties. At high noon, when the sun's rays grow fierce, those less fond of tanning often seek refuge beneath its modest yet cool shade. Ice-drunken hand feet nestled in warm, grainy sands as the briny sea breeze whispers by. Many a beachside vendor also employs such umbrellas to create shaded stalls, ensuring that the blinding sunlight does not hinder patrons in their browsing. Fluffy Alpaca Sheriff, a cardboard figure modeled after the gentle and shy alpaca, so lifelike that when placed among a herd of the real sedentary creatures, it could almost pass for one of them. Fluffy Alpaca Sheriff is known for its amiable temperament, as soft as its fleece towards most humans, that is. Should you happen to be a villain, however, beware, its flying kick is not to be taken lightly. Speedy Wanderer, a cardboard model fashioned after Nod-Krai lackey. The Speedy Wanderer's menacing appearance is enough to unsettle even the bravest children. Renowned for its exceptional speed, this opponent leaves challengers little room for error. Only those with sharp reflexes and keen aim stand a chance at prevailing. Stay where you are, it will send you to the Night Kingdom. Take heed, the Speedy Wanderer is ever vigilant. Should he approach too closely, may very well choose mutual destruction over retreat. Sucrose of the Long Incisors, a charming cardboard replica of the miniature capybara, faithfully portraying its perpetually drowsy, squinting visage. Most of the time, Sucrose of the Long Incisors remains motionless, with eyes closed and nearly indistinguishable from this very model. But when danger strikes, it awakens and promptly digs a hole and flees. Knowing how to pick one's battles is a virtue of the night, they say. Such pragmatism is the secret to this night's continued survival. Okay, well, alright, I think, yeah, I'll live. But I am quite nearly dead. I gotta cash in and... my goodness. Pick up, again, probably another refine for... doesn't show me what I've got at the moment. Weapons, whatever. It's cool how you can get the capsule, but I'm not doing that. So only 58. Let me see. Washing kudasai. Oh, we got the Siglin food. What should she make out of that? Well, whatever. One way or another. One way or another. Got a good amount of experience books for when, again, next patch, and I know Llama, Flins, maybe even Nilu. Real question is, you know, if I were, in theory, to start tossing stuff at signatures, you know, what would that mean in terms of, you know, having to get weapon materials? And it's, well, there aren't that many. Would take time, though. I would really love to get Kinich's signature, and oh, he's got the fish right now. That's funny. Just you at the moment. That'd be a nice long-term goal. Yeah, you know, it's just, what am I gonna do, buy a house in America? Yeah. But additionally, if I were to... Question is what I'd want to level on Yelan if I were to ever get Aqua's Simulacra, because she's got Favonius basically tied to her. At that point, with all the crit damage she'd have then, well, she's got a crit rate circled at the moment. She doesn't have a crazy amount from... What's her Ascension stat? Ascension is actually... It is crit rate. And as of right now, she's got an okay amount herself. It's decent, but not amazing. The main thing is that I'd probably want to stock back up on ER on a Sans, because otherwise it'd be really annoying to get her burst back up. But then... It might actually... Well, but this is a crit rate circle, not a crit damage circle. What is the thing? At that point, it might be better to try an HP goblet, because then she'd have a good deal less HP. And, you know, it's not like I'll need to think about this for a long, long time, but she's only got 31k, and you want at least 30k in total for a Hydro character to max out the funny Nod-Krai pseudo-resonance and boost the lunar reactions, but yeah, one way or another, it's not a good Wi-Fi day. And again, I wonder if it's a family limit thing, but I'm gonna unfortunately have to rain check. Oops. It is raining. Well, whatever. Next time I guess that'll be, yeah, Abyss and the Yelan photo event. Yeah. It's got the Yelan photo event, you got the other photo event, which I'll probably do at the same time as TCG stuff, and then it's, you know, Kirby and Donkey Kong for the rest of the month. The real thing I gotta work on long term is, I still have 10 of these. For what it's worth, I do have, is Layla, did I ever take Layla to 90? At least everyone else here is at 90 now, so I could use them. Not that Hangouts even really have combat. Not that they even do Hangouts. I never took Layla to 90. Not that she really needs it. Not that I really use Layla. But yeah, shame really. Sound Dragon.